I'm Kate Quickel, host of Broad and High on WOSU TV. I'm here with Eric Rollin of the Columbus hip-hop group known as Mistar Anderson. Hey, Eric, thanks for joining me.
Hey, no problem. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good.
I feel like how are you is the ultimate question now because we're all doing so differently. So how are you doing? How are you adapting as a musician during this time?
Yeah, that's a great question. I am doing good. Initially, I believe I might have been a little depressed, but for the first, I'd say 2-3 days, I was extremely relieved that I didn't have all of these things I had to do. I was doing a lot this year. I was playing in a festival. I was running an open mic. I was teaching. We're working on a new record for the band, and I just launched a private lessons organization, songwriting lessons organization. So I was doing a lot at the time when everything happened. So when it did happen, I'd say probably the first 48 hours, I was a little relieved.
I can understand that. As sad and scary as this time is, there's a welcome respite to not having your normal responsibilities. So you've got a new album coming out this summer, right?
Yes, yeah. We have a new album that we're going to be recording next month. We had a Kickstarter that we did, and we met our goals. So we're going to be recording in January.
That's awesome.
We're looking forward to it. And we're releasing it hopefully by the end of the summer.
That's so great that you had a successful Kickstarter campaign. And it makes me think of the ways that the Columbus community is supporting each other. Like, what have you seen in terms of artists and musicians supporting each other and the audience members coming out to support? Tell me about your experience with that.
Yeah, it's been really great. When this all started, GCAC did a emergency relief fund. And, we applied, and I think the majority of the people in the band got the payout, which is good. And then also there was another fund that was done. Lisa Cave had started it, and I got some money from that. So that was really helpful. But it's been great. The support all around for, musicians and art in general during this time has been great. So we're really looking forward to recording and giving people the music that we've been working on. So
have you found yourself being inspired in different ways or influenced in ways that you hadn't before the pandemic?
Definitely, yeah. When this started, after the shock wore off, I started recording songs on my phone, and I found that GarageBand on iPhone 11 is really good, actually, and so I started recording some songs on my phone. I did one for my solo album, and then I also did some educational songs with Jim Shaw, Mr. Shaw, Andy Shaw's dad, and we were working on some educational tools for elementary school kids to teach them about English and things like that. So
cool.
That's been really exciting because I've had full creative control of that, so it's a lot of fun as well.
On that note, kind of thinking about students and younger musicians, people getting started, do you have any advice for them in general, the way you got started as a musician, or more particularly during this time period?
I think young people should use this time to just, educate themselves, especially if they're going to be making music or art, so that way they can incorporate, some type of knowledge in their art. I feel like, especially in my genre, that a lot of that is missing. There's as much knowledge of science in the art that needs to be. So that's what I would encourage young people to do is, try to educate themselves and research what's going on around them, research what's happening right now, and figure out how they can help artistically.
So what are some things that you miss about performing in front of an audience, those live gigs, the summer festival season? What are some of those things that you're missing this year?
I definitely miss performing live. I did an open mic on a weekly basis. So when all that ended, it was kind of bittersweet. I did that open mic for about a little over 5 years. I definitely miss being able to connect with people, and connect with the crowd or with the people that are there to enjoy the music. It's cool. I feel like the whole world needs to reset.
Absolutely. Yep. What do you think performances will look like in the future? What changes do you think are going to happen with the way we go to concerts and interact?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, I think people are going to hopefully, people will definitely be more appreciative of art and, especially music. Or I feel like there will be a deeper appreciation for music, when things get back on again. Everything's so crazy right now. And with the era of uncertainty, music is a universal language. So we'll be able to connect and, kind of communicate with each other that way with all the stuff going on. So that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And I've been teaching a lot through my organization, Works of Freedom, and that's been a lot of fun. I actually wrote a song with my daughter about quarantining.
Wow! How old's your daughter?
She just turned 11 on Monday.
I bet she had some interesting perspectives. Tell me more about the song and her input.
Yeah, she basically hit everything. I mean, in the song she talks about chilling with her friends, not being able to go outside, doing Zoom calls. Just all the things that we're all experiencing right now, maybe eating too much food and snacking all the time, watching a lot of TV, waking up late, everything is in that song. So yeah, I think she's got a knack for it. She picked out, pretty much all of the words, all of the rhymes. She picked out the music and everything. Yeah, it was sweet. I'm looking forward to doing it more with her and with other students that I work with. So, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you've really been keeping your creative juices flowing. That's awesome.
I've been trying.
Well, this has been great. Thanks so much for chatting with me. I so appreciate it. We're excited to stay connected with you virtually, but maybe next year we'll all be together again.
Yeah, hopefully.
What's mine is yours, don't you know? What's mine is yours, so what's mine, yeah. What's mine is yours, what's mine is yours, don't you know? What's mine is yours, so what's mine. It's yours, seeping straight through your pores. Do it until they pause, undeniable force. Working it like a horse while they second guessing the sauce. Sentence to stupidity, staying lost in the sauce. I just want my freedom, how much does it really cost? They look at me like I ask, is it silly to swim with sharks? With no cages raised, just keep surfacing. When I'm blurting this, what's my purpose here? Am I here to teach the youth just how to surface here? Clocking in, clocking out, does that shit really work? Or is it enough to drive a grown man completely berserk? Searching for ways to be free while he twist up the perk. Kurt when he speak, if they suck like a leech. Why's my peace out of reach? Why won't greed have a seat? What's mine's really yours, and I'm finally sure. To the point I ask myself what this economy for. We all connected and I feel it. There's gotta be more, there's gotta be more. Tap into your core, we all connected and I feel it. There's gotta be more, there's gotta be more. Tap into your core. What's mine is yours, what's mine is yours, don't you know? What's mine is yours, so what's mine, babe? What's mine is yours, what's mine is yours, don't you know? What's mine is yours, so what's mine? It's ours, realer than Santa Claus. Power like waterfalls, power that's in the stars. Power to feed us all, that power that make you feel small. The kind of the killer brawl. What's mine is yours, my shines, my flaws. Had to pause for the cause, for those hearts for the frost. Cold as ice in the north, fishermen catch it and toss. Give me a second, they lost. I got the need for speed, they still sitting. I feel like I pressed the button for NOS. With my hand I would toss all my cards like a boss. Out the window cause it's simple, keep it simple, that's all. If this is mine, this is yours. If this is yours, this is mine. And enough around to get another at the drop of a dime. If you were lost, you will find, but there's no more things you can buy. No reason to work, no reason to tighten your tie. You remember what it feels like when you feel alive. When you feel alive, do Do you feel alive? Do you remember what it feels like when you feel alive? Yeah, that's why what's mine is yours. What's mine is yours, don't you know? What's mine is yours. So what's mine, baby? What's mine is yours. What's mine is yours, don't you know? What's mine is yours. So what's mine? What's mine is yours, don't you know? What's mine is yours. So what's mine, baby? What's mine is yours. What's mine is yours, don't you know? What's mine is yours. So what's mine? What's mine? What's mine? What's mine? What's mine? What's mine? What's mine is yours. Is yours.